Shipaji. I request our chairman, CA Pramod Haregde, to escort the speaker of the next session, Nitin Sachdeva, to the dais. How to implement AI at client's place. Our speaker, CA Nitin Sachdeva. It's my privilege to introduce the speaker. He's a chartered accountant, business coach, and C-level executive. His top skills are business process improvements, management consulting, strategic leadership, global operations and expansion, entrepreneurship, and innovation advocacy. At the forefront of AI product development, delivering innovative AI solutions with use cases across industries, including supply chain, behavior analytics, accounting, legal, insurance, consulting, and HR. Acknowledged for developing AI-driven products that transform business processes and redefine industry. Championing AI integration across corporate function with a focus on advanced Excel and AI-driven financial modeling. Credited with streamlining processes, enhancing decision-making capabilities, and positioning organization for competitive advantage in a rapidly evolving business landscape. With this brief introduction, I hand over the session to the speaker. Thank you.
AI committee of the ICI to having me here. Till the time we are setting up the computer system, I would take this opportunity to appreciate the efforts of each one of you to have joined this seminar, which is a great initiative at ICAI. Today I'm working with engineers most of the time, and Bangalore is definitely Silicon Valley, as they rightly say, but I'm proud to be a chartered accountant at core as a specialized degree that I possess. And whatever learnings I have received today, it is because of the institute's coaching to us. So we are not anything less than any other qualified professional. Whenever I write myself, I definitely make it a point that I write FCA in the profile somewhere or the other for people. So that is a pride I take at the institute, and very rightly, the current governing body led under our president, vice president, the AI committee chairman, vice chairman here, definitely is taking it to the next level, wherein not just the bodies which are professional bodies which are in India, but global bodies are looking at ICAI as being the core front runner for innovation in our practice as well as profession journey, where we are trying to help other companies and corporates and ventures succeed. So with this, the topic allotted to me here is for implementing AI at workspace, at CA offices, as well as corporates where we are employed, and at client's place. So friends, I'm not a regular speaker, first of all. I'm an entrepreneur. I was a president at TAI Nagpur, so I have experience talking to a lot of different businesses in different streams. And I was a management consultant when I was practicing for around 2 decades. So my learning comes from different industries, but definitely learning from the fellow professionals and the seniors who were there. In those days, there was no ChatGPT, so we had to go to our seniors to get the learnings there. Right now, half of the audience here is the next generation audience, which I see. One lady here who came and met me a while ago is at least 20 years younger to me in her professional career. So with that, there is a lot heard this morning about AI, innovation, not just artificial intelligence, but ChatGPT. ChatGPT, my dear friends, is just one small part of AI. Artificial intelligence is all about technology, training something to learn on its own in simple layman language. So we have been embedding AI in different protocols and products since ages. But it's just that we were not knowing that it is artificial intelligence. Today, when it is a hype created with the buzz in the market, so we as chartered accountants used AI in populating the data using statistics. Data analytics, anything in technology which learns from data and generates results which are accurate, and then those results again learn from the past data and the current scenarios using machines is a one step ahead in it, a drill down approach, that is machine learning. And similarly, when you go deeper, when machines automatically learn on themselves, and there are certain other things, I don't want to go into the technical, but in simple learning, it's deep learning. So we at Delaplex, we used to work for a behavioral analytics company in the US. They were into HRMS space. So the company was into analyzing the nature of co-workers so that the compatibility metrics could be generated, and if there are gaps, so we could eradicate those gaps using certain activities for team bonding activities. So that was to save attrition and to have a better connect for those people with the organizations. So that was embedding AI in 2012. We had products and companies wherein the shuttle launch images were being captured by 64 cameras having 64 channels. Like friction of a second, 64 images were captured for space shuttle launch. So that was analyzed using AI protocols. Am I making sense? There's complete silence. I know I'm standing in between lunch and this session, so please bear with me. And I'm a consultant, but I cannot speak more where there are talented people in front of me. I get nervous. So with AI, 89% of CFOs are saying that it is positively impacting them. The business growth, these are all numbers taken from different research which is published online. So, but AI cannot be overruled. Like ICAI, what Daya sir has taken the initiative. With all due respect, Daya sir and the entire leadership at ICAI have taken ICAI to the next level, and with them, all the other branches, all the other regional councils have come together shoulder to shoulder, understanding the importance and the thought behind it from the central council, what they have taken as an initiative. We cannot say that AI can be overruled or we can live without it. Like for technology, the technology, we start using technology from the morning we wake up. The wake up alarm itself is based on technology. Night, when we ask Alexa to switch off the lights and other things, that's all technology. So this is how technology is overpowering us. I used to say when I started my career that I don't want to be in lines with the engineering people. But now I understand the codes, I understand SQL queries which are fired for getting the data from different servers. And it's very easy because there are tools and platforms which make our life very easy. Just we need to type as simple English syntax, and even if the syntax is wrong, the platform will automatically correct it. There is a concept of tech singularity, which people say that it is hypothetical, wherein it is an assumption, hypothetical assumption that machines would be so smart that they will learn on themselves. There are a lot of movies which are produced at Hollywood and in southern part of India at Tollywood, which showcase machines overpowering humans. So believe me, friends, the time is not far. There are artificial hearts which are being produced. There are surgical implants being done for people with critical severe illness based on technological advancements. We have seen the automated cars. There are quadcopters being experimented for medical delivery. So time is not far where we would be having generative AI as part of our regular things. We would be sitting here as avatars while we are present at our offices back there. Don't you think this is all possible? And this is possible, what I believe, during our lifetime itself, in the next few years. I'll come to the main topic here, but I just wanted to give some details about how technology is growing and how we as chartered accountants. How many of you are practicing chartered accountants, if I may ask? Great number. And how many of you are supporting organizations in key positions? Roughly around 20% people are here from industry. So taking AI to your office and taking AI to the industry is one and the same thing. We treat our office as a professional office and a business venture for the industry where we are working. But practically speaking, in today's parlance, your office extends to the client's location where you are virtually connected with them on a daily basis using different tools and using different platforms. So 75% of the people on an average are saying that AI is definitely helping them. It makes better decisions. We saw Manu sir sharing those examples. I have the privilege of attending one or two lectures of Manu sir earlier as well. And I know how in simple way he explains the critical things which are out there. Anything which is, for me, as an agile practitioner, as an agile coach, I say automation and collaboration is the key to success. Innovation comes when you collaborate with people. So anything which you need to do more than 2 times as a regular repetition, you should try to see how you can automate it. There was a prediction of McKinsey. They said that the advancement for India, which was supposed to be achieved by 2090, will now be achieved 30 years prior to it, that is 2060. And believe me, this is just by a small advancement with some companies like NVIDIA's and others coming up with certain chips, and now there are companies which are coming up with protocols which doesn't require chips. What next 5 years can do to this advancement, where we can be? No? There is a video, a 2-minute video, where automation and productivity. This is a very old video, but I would like to play this. We as chartered accountants, Manu sir, I also started with doing the totaling for the telephone directory on my articleship days, during my articleship days. So I can relate. We used to have Lotus initially as a platform wherein it was very slow, and today what we are working with QuickBooks Online and other products which integrate with the customer data on the fly. We just do the entries here, and they are updated as reports to the customers. This example shows the time involved in manual processes versus the automation what you will see. We as professionals at our offices.
Tires are changed at last. A crewman polishes the windshield as Holland moves away just 67 seconds after he stopped.
1 minute, 7 seconds. And with automation, just see the difference. This I have personally experienced at my office. That's the reason I'm telling them. Coming to the topic here today, 75% people here, what I understand, are from the practicing field. Out of that, half of them would be practicing, including for the traditional practice. Half of them would have gone ahead. Since it is Bangalore here, so I am assuming those numbers. My numbers could be wrong. Forgive me for that. But AI and automation could be used in each of these areas. The traditional practice, the auditing, tax consulting, company formation, assessments, returns. So at our office, when I used to practice, we never charged for company formation. We charge for value-added services because we embedded ourselves into their businesses. The business, what the client is intending to do, if we are able to envisage and foresee what their value would be received, where the customer will be paying them for, we will have a better say in that. People charge on certain advisory services. At times we used to say, okay, let's meet at customer location where you are going for a contract. So for those contracts, it's every time not possible to go in person. So the clients used to say, okay, come on Teams, come on Skype in those days. We had virtual meetings. So when there is a professional in the room, the customer also pays appropriate respect for the presence of that person. And we get a chance to learn about the customer's earning, where it is coming from. Make sense? In traditional practice, how many of you, just don't raise your hands, don't answer this. How many of you have embedded yourself into the client's business, talking to their customers, advising them on contractual terms, where there are attorneys talking on contract terms, negotiations? How many of you make yourself present into that room? It doesn't require AI for that matter. And with what Manu sir just explained and what Daya sir explained in the morning, we have all our institutes, guidance notes, accounting standards, publications available to us. Someone was telling what is the authenticity of this. When we go on ChatGPT, Gemini, they search from the open web, the authenticity may not be confirmed. But when it is from our own CA GPT, we know that the documents which are the basic documents for that information are authentic documents because our alma mater, our Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, has uploaded those documents. So using simple tools, there are 18 bots which are presently in circulation by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, and as the time grows, they will definitely increase, and we will definitely formulate more on the technicalities involved in it. For assessments, the assessment orders, I have a platform which I can show you how to communicate about the notices to the customers, to the clients where the notices arrive, how to seek time from them, and there are certain things which you need to do in a closed and secured environment as well. Like if you go on ChatGPT, every document that you are putting in ChatGPT goes to the private world. Initially, when ChatGPT was introduced, we all know that when we were typing those queries to them, even if it is in like absolute correct English, still the GPT would say, sorry, this is not in my database. I cannot answer this. Today, it's able to answer any difficult question as well. How is it possible? Because of people like us who gave the information to them, who gave our documents to them. Correct? So returns and compliance. Daya sir, like, part of it, like I had some videos for it. I wanted to show, but Daya sir has already shown, so I won't do the repetition for it. The computations what we used to make. So we all are using certain platforms or the institute's given schema for creating those computations. But to further analyze those computations, we can do it using our ChatGPT tools, which are issued by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. And the data you can copy and store at your locations as well, internal database. And automation of these things, like there is a 20-year data. So there are different platforms and tools available wherein you can have your office server, your office machine linked to the application there, and instead of you or your staff members digging into 20 years data, looking at each of those documents, because I remember my days when I used to sit with my boss till 11, 11:30, and then like 12:30 at times as well for the submissions to be done at income tax next day. And my boss, whose daughter is here fortunately, He used to represent at the tribunal, and luckily the tribunal was in the same building where our office was. So we used to work in the morning as well, do the typing, and then the computer operator used to do the proofreading, give it to sir, and sir used to go to the office. But for that, we used to be awake all night. But now, with the use of these tools, you just need proper queries, proper syntax to be used, and you can train the portals as LLMs for further reuse by automating them. This is for your practice on this side, I'm saying. Management consulting and advisory. How many of us in this room are giving cyber security services to our customers? No one? How many of us are, only one cyber security, great. How many of us are giving data governance services to our customer? These are the fields which we are experts, we don't know. How many of you are DISA qualified? How many of you have undergone certain trainings at our institute? I'm talking about institute because I'm a big fan of the trainings which are available at the institute. Our institute is charging us peanuts for the services it is giving as almonds and other high-end products. So how many of us are confident for data governance? We can give services based on the learnings, and for cybersecurity based on the learnings that we achieved in DISA at the security awareness level. One. Why are others not confident about it? Why? Because we don't explore those things. We take it as if, okay, if there is an information security audit that we need to do, or a forensic assignment that we have to get, we need to go for DISA and then FAFD. Is it the case? Right? I am also one amongst you all, so don't shy away. Don't answer it, but just ponder upon the thought. Right? Why can't we upgrade our offices, our skills? Recently, I met a very senior chartered accountant at Hyderabad. He's 77, 78 years of age. He reads books. He learns from the portals which are there. He learns from the applications which are out there yesterday and today. And believe me, with the passage of age, the chartered accountant's experience grows levels. It's not just that what we learned 40 years ago or what we learned 25 years ago is going to be obsolete in learning. ChatGPT always gives you a prompt and says, this is only for reference, edit and analyze and do further upgrades as per the specific case, because they don't want to take the responsibility. And very rightly it is said that people fear that AI will make us lose the jobs, make us redundant. I say it is wrong. There is always a bigger risk wherein we may lose the business, or we may be thrown out of business or profession by someone who knows and is using AI. How many of us agree here on this? That is the reason we are seated here. 100% of us agree. Otherwise, why would you come? We don't come here for the CPE hours. We can get the CPE hours by attending online classes, online sessions, sitting at our office as well. Correct? CFOs. We used to be CFOs earlier. Now it is CFO++. I remember my days when people used to come with the earlier days when they were for filing the returns, and we used to be embedded in their business with marriage proposals for their kids. Did it happen with you all as well? Today they are coming with what venture my son or daughter should undertake, what learnings they should take. Even if it is for engineering or medical, they come to the chartered accountants. CFO++. There is a virtual CFO service which is in practice. We developed our financial services business as a COE, starting with a small CPA in the US. I texted around LinkedIn that, hey, I am such and such. We have a software services company, and we are providing financial services. We would like to work for you. We met at a location. We exchanged certain thoughts. Being a chartered accountant, I was able to gain confidence in the first 15, 20 minutes itself, because we are strong on ethics. Ethics is one of our subjects as well, correct? So we are providing them services, not just those CPA firms, but now we are embedded with all their clients who are startups and enterprise business as well. Even if they have accountants, the fractional CFO services are performed by people at our office, and that too, I have offices in Atlanta, London, Nagpur, Pune, Hyderabad, and Bangalore. These people are situated in Nagpur. Just compare the level of these cities, the tier of these cities. You are at Bangalore. Are you bigger in terms of other CFOs as practicing chartered accountants providing virtual CFO services? Definitely we cannot promote ourselves, but there are certain ethical allowances given to us in the regulations, wherein some new office which we open, new employee which we hire, like we can create CoEs. We have earned in our company a many number of customers and good revenue as well using the CoE model. CoE is a center of excellence. We think about a practice where we want to grow, and then in that practice, even if it is a technology or financial services, we bring a subject matter from outside. We have some internal folks who are stakeholders, and then we develop the database for it, the documentation framework, and the SOPs. Those are available all on the web. You just need to use ChatGPT properly, which Manu sir has rightly explained to us. We used it in the same fashion. And then using, like for example, if it is for a customer in supply chain in warehouse automation, in the digital transformation space for warehouse automation. This, I'm giving the examples based on the real case scenarios. When we are working with customers who are into warehousing, large warehousing means, like for example, if you are working with Tata Groma as your client, under NDAs, this is a closed door, don't take the examples outside. The company names are only for reference purpose. So they have 12 DCs, distribution centers in India, and 250 stores, and every quarter they are opening stores. So for example, we just take it as 12 DCs and 300 stores. How are you going to train your people to get more business out of them? If we are just advising them on traditional things, we'll be thrown out, right? For GST returns and everything, all the clients have their internal chartered accountants at their place. Everything is prepared by them internally. And there are portals which will give them whether it is right or wrong. We have to get embedded as experts to save their expenses, identifying, because see, we have the information about their business. Using certain AI tools, we can identify where their gaps are or what is not trending in the right direction, what is going in the wrong direction. So we can identify those from the data which is available to us, from the financial documents, and then brainstorm with their key people, because we have approach to their entire business. And then learning from those conversations, we can create a CoE and say that, hey, your space utilization, you're paying this much rent for your DCs, and you are trying to expand on the space, but your space utilization index is very low. You are having extra space here which you can utilize. So they can do away with some of the extra plans for expansion what they are doing. Or if they are expanding on certain things, you can talk to them and say that if you are having these many number of automated tools in your system, there are applications which tell you in warehouse automation what all tools may be required. If there is robotics, what they are trying to integrate, how many manpower would be redundant, but what is the skilling capability? And can you as chartered accountants develop CoEs internally at your office and help them train their people? Like for cybersecurity, what we said, just by FAFD and the DISA training what we received, and plus the current learning, we can create a CoE and go to our customers and say that, okay, hey, we have a cybersecurity CoE internally available, wherein we can come and give you cybersecurity awareness training for your people. Is this an additional business line for us? I'm sorry for that. professional line for us, which will give us extra revenue. We have contact to each of their senior level people. You just need to convince a few in the HR and the finance, the procurement. IT people will definitely understand the importance of having the access rights, access controls, access documentation, how to download the details, when to download, what are the documents which they need to download. Today, everyone is going from on-prem to cloud. All of our customers, all of our clients are going mostly. So if they are going on cloud, they pay as they go. But still, when the server is there for AWS or Azure or for that matter, Bharat cloud as well, there is a new cloud. There are 7, 8 clouds which are out there on a regular basis, and there are multiple clouds. So we can help them with the choice for making the choice for appropriate cloud selection, and then optimizing it, how much data they need to store on the server, what computer system they need to use. If they are well off, they are using Apple as an internal server. How many of you know that when you download attachments in email and WhatsApp or other sources on your computer system, if it is Microsoft, it stores in multiple places. Each time you download, it stores it at that location. And in Apple, everywhere where you download, it will store only to one location. And if it is already there, it will not duplicate it. It saves cost. Forecast and predictive assessments. With use of AI tools in our company, we can give the gap analysis report with respect to giving them a forecast where the business is heading. And in our people who are there in the industry, it's not your job to make sure that as CFOs, as procurement heads, we just report what is going on there. We need to report what additional value our position can deliver to the organization. Make sense? Everyone is silent. I'm a little shy. If I go out, everyone is going to beat me. Why were you wasting our time? Is it like that? Am I making sense here? If not, we can change course. I'm very open. I just want Bangalore to call me again, otherwise, like, you understand, right? Data officers, chief information officers. Now, coming back to the same statement, how many of you are confident that with a little bit of learning and brushing up your skills, we can become data officers and chief information officers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So at least, like, I see 17 hands coming up. So initially 1 was there, and now 17. So people have given it a thought. Can we clap for these 17 people? Now I'm asking why others are not confident. 1, you don't need it. You are well off in your practice, you are at the top. Correct? Second, there is always a scope for expansion, even if you are at the top. I don't say there is a bell curve. I say there is a growth curve, growth path ahead. If you are at the top, you can have additional steps embedded on top of it for further growth. So when I qualified as a chartered accountant, my main aim was to buy a Hyundai Verna car. I started saving money for it. Till the time I saved that much money, so the Hyundai Verna car cost got escalated, and that money was sufficient to buy a WagonR. So I bought a WagonR for that. And when people told me that you are doing practice with 100% ethics, I never did anything wrong. I never gave any bribe in my career. Can you believe? I practiced for 18 years. Not a single penny. Can you believe? It is possible. Income tax people in the investigation, they referred me to ED. These are all chartered accountants, so I can share these things. That if you want someone very sincere in its approach, this is the person. So this created a good image for me in my career, which helped me in my professional journey as well. Data officers, we don't need any big jargons to learn. We don't need to be engineers. We just need to understand the flow of data, what tools are needed to safeguard your data, where you need to have access rights created, who needs to have what level of access rights, who needs to be the admin, who needs to be the super admin, and where the data needs to be blocked from the outside world. You don't need engineering skills for that. Believe me, I'm doing it on a regular basis. We are working on VAPT testing and other tools for customers who are in the Dubai. How many of you are aware about the upcoming DPDP laws, like the GDPR, in lines with GDPR? This is a serious situation. There is a lot of professional opportunity lying here with DPDP. With AI, before it is implemented in India, it would be implemented in the next couple of months. Before it is implemented, we can learn about DPDP, we can learn about global, because international businesses, when we are taking care of our clients' business and they are doing international businesses, we should be aware as practicing professionals and as advisors, as corporate executives, how their transactions are safeguarded and what is the need of their transactions to be safeguarded. Like if they have servers on cloud, where the server should lie. Whatever I'm speaking, this is not engineering. This is purely because I'm a chartered accountant, I can understand that. And every one of you are talented, much more talented than what I am. Correct? Yes, we should say. You don't know me, I'm meeting you for the first time. You should have confidence in your office. Energy khatam ho gayi mere khayal se. Risk officers. Chartered accountants raise red flags. We use green pens to raise red flags, right? Why can't we act as risk officers and create a CoE internally in our office? Clients cannot afford these people as full-times at times. Why? They have budgets, but they don't see the need. We can start with fractional services for this. Correct? Data protection officer would be a requirement in the future for each of the company which has some connection with technology and are required to be compliant with DPDP or GDPR or the regulations which are out there in different regions. Is there a business opportunity there, professional opportunity there? We have AI, which we can learn, we can automate these things at our office, create COEs, create SOPs, have 1 or 2 people. See, the top level has to be an expert because that person would be talking to the customer. You don't need to be expert in all streams. Like for me, I talk on supply chain, I know workforce management, I know warehouse management, I don't know store execution, but I talk on store execution, and on top of it, I talk on automation of testing of integration of various applications using specialized AI tools for testing. It's just, I can talk. Then I bring the subject matter expert for explaining it. So you have an ecosystem wherein you can empanel consultants as subject matter experts with you and have the key people who are the key stakeholders in your organization, 1 or 2 key employees or the key partners in your organizations. This is huge business opportunity here for all of us. Even if we are in the industry, we can take care not just as a CFO, but as CFO++. That is the future what we have. And we can leverage AI to provide deeper insights. The tools, what we were saying, the institute is coming up with a list of 100 tools, 100 strong tools, which would be posted on the institute's website very soon. So these are vetted tools, what our AI committee would be doing. A big round of applause for our AI committee here. So AI committee is taking all initiatives to make sure, believe me, what sir told, if we go to Symbiosis, the cost is 1,25,000, and our institute is giving the same certification for 5,000 as residential for 3 years. So day boarding is there, like, yeah, at Hyderabad. So these credentials, when it is derived from the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, carry more weightage, whereas from private institutions outside. Even if you pay 10 lakh rupees, the weightage would be less. The weightage for our credentials is much high. Like I wanted to do CISA, and someone told me that you're already a FAFD certified, you have done the certification course at FAFD, you are DISA qualified, and you are already a certified fraud examiner from ACFE, Texas, which is in Austin. So why do you need CISA? I said, for my professional learning. The other person who was a mentor to me gave the entire curriculum of CISA and asked me if it is covered in your other certifications or not. Sure. This is an extract from the AI tool what we had internally. Some questions were there for genuinity of the tool and the confidentiality of the documents and information. So definitely there is a risk. This is one of the tools which are available in the market, delaplex.digital. I'm not here to market this tool, but this has a multi-doc search option as well, where you can put multiple number of documents in a confidential manner. This stores on Azure cloud, and I can show you, you can have 40, 50 documents uploaded there, and the database which is there is stored in vector-x format. So it breaks down the documents in very minute details, which is not readable. So ChatGPT will not learn from your internal data. And the data will remain confidential to you. delaplex.digital. We can have an offline discussion afterwards if you want. So AI in auditing. There are certain things which we need to understand when we use AI. Auditing is testing of random sampling or a test of the sample. We give a stratification of that. With AI, you can do 100% auditing. You don't need to say that this is based on a sample population. So your inference would be better. And real-time processing. What is the live data? You can do the processing on it. Resource allocation, reduce human errors when it is automated. Risk detection becomes much more enhanced. We're already using a lot of tools in our regular things, including Computax and others. Some of them are listed here on this slide. And Government of India, if you go on certin, CERT.in, gives you regular updates of what vulnerability threats which are out there. At least we can advise our customers, we can speak the language what is expected from them going on those websites. Those are government websites, certin. This is a video, I will escape that. In management consulting, solutions, why I'm saying client-centric solutions is, in Agile, we understand that all stakeholders should come together. Similarly, for your profession to excel, we need to see where the actual earning is coming from for our customers or for our clients for that matter. So whatever we do, we should focus on the end customers. That is the reason we should try to, because when you are writing contracts, at times the legal is very rigid. They say this is a no-go and we are not going to allow these kind of contracts. But there are certain things which the chartered accountants can make some resolution and bring people at the same level, wherein understanding the client's business, what is possible and what is not possible. The reportings could all be automated using AI tools. Predictive analysis, predictive real-time data analytics could be done using AI tools. We don't need to be engineers for that. The tools, what are out there, which are just, sir said, for 2,000, 3,000 rupees a month, you can be experts in your stream, experts in the engineering stream. You can do a lot of financial modeling, predictive modeling for customers, like what we are doing for our US clients. We are actually helping them save money 2 years down the line. How do they need to plan? If there is a contract, what is the probability of that contract which they will be getting? That, to that minute extent, we help them. What budgeting they need to do. Data governance, we already said there is a scope. Data security, cyber security, DPDP, GDPR, these are all in things and these are here to stay. We have to upgrade our offices to that. How many of us are still using Gmail for client communications and don't have our own domains and don't have Microsoft or GoDaddy accounts for that matter? Everyone is using Microsoft or GoDaddy domains for company specific? XYZ in companycharteredaccountants.com, .in, no? Food for thought. Some of the tools, some are in the HRMS space where we chartered accountants can excel. I know time is short, it's almost over, so I'm just glancing it very quickly. Tally has a portal wherein with little bit of expense on Tally, you can integrate a lot of AI tools which are available on their portal itself. We are using QuickBooks Online. QuickBooks Online, we can integrate with different countries, not in India. We are using it in UK, in US, and providing reports, MIS reports, just on a click of a button by just doing the initial configuration correctly. The entries are done by the customers at their end. Similarly, Tally also has the online version. Expensify, like who says we cannot do the payroll and accounting for global companies? Every chartered accountant in India has the skills to do it. It's just some awareness and some use of automation tools. We are doing these things on a regular basis. Payroll and other stuff, expense, credit card entries in the books of accounts. Zoho is our homegrown Indian company, which is into CRM. There is HubSpot. There are other CRMs as well, which we can use. Implementing, ma'am, can I take 2 minutes and then finish with this? Yeah. As per our discussion, as a practicing chartered accountant, as CFOs trying to take our practice to the next level to the client's office, can we give some importance to this? Understanding the client's needs, identifying areas where we feel that there is a gap. Believe me, there are hundreds of AI tools available in the market. You don't have a dearth of tools. And for me, it's always a point, I don't rely on the free tools. Free tools generally tend to take your data away. You should see where your data is secured, which platform doesn't take your data. Like in mobile applications, how many of us see and read those end user license agreements before installing any application? It's just we scroll and then agree and install. We should actually read and see the reviews where the data is being stored, and on the Play Store or the App Store, it is mentioned what data they store. And while accepting cookies, we should use only the minimum required cookies. Select the proper AI tool as per the specific client needs. Don't take agency for a tool like, say, we like this tool and we'll promote it across all clients. Use it specifically for the client's infrastructure and their use case. Creating center of excellence. We can showcase our expertise. It's not marketing. It's showcasing our expertise. Even people who are in industry, they can create a center of excellence in their finance department itself. Finance department can go one step ahead and do the cybersecurity awareness, or do the data security awareness trainings. That is a value-added service, and you can get extra marks in your annual appraisals as well. Whatever you are doing, start with a pilot project. And I say, people say that, okay, hey, I'm very happy. I say, give me the numbers. What is the relativeness of happiness? Everything, every KRA should be measurable in some terms or the other. Satisfaction is not a measure. Absolute numbers, savings in cost, savings in manpower hours or anything of that sort, gaining more customer, gaining more revenue. Everything should be in measurable terms. And then using these as success stories, there is a huge scope for scale and integrate it with other applications as well. So as time is short, I appreciate and congratulate the AI committee of ICAI to have taken this initiative And we are here today because of the session what AIAFF has hosted here today. Thank you so much. And I'm available even post-lunch. The branch is hosting me here today, so I'm available for other discussion as well. Thanks. Thank you so much, sir. Was it okay?
On behalf of ICA Bangalore branch and AI in ICA committee, I thank you for the wonderful session, sir. I request our CICASA chairperson, CA Sripad, to present a moment to the speaker. We'll break for lunch and reassemble.